Okay, I had started off trying to make a whole entire video on how to get to this damn thing, but to be quite honest, I'm just going to post a link on how to take the manifold off. This is the guide that I used. Couple of things to note, because this is a 2018. I was looking for the fuel rail, which most videos show it up here, and for the 2018 Kia Kia Soul. This particular fuel line is not up here. It's down here underneath the air intake manifold. So one thing he mentions is it's hard to get the camera up in there for the bottom bolt, which is right here for the air intake manifold, but he doesn't quite show you where that's at. It's right here. I had to use it angled, and I think that's still a 10 or 12. But it's right here. You won't see it. You got to go up underneath. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but yeah. Another thing I had to do was I had to take this off. These are 10s, but it's the whatever for the hood latch thingy. You kind of almost wish you could yank this stupid thing out, because who puts this in the way? And then you kind of have to, like, it's going to be sitting like this. You're going to have to kind of pull it out like that. It is an entire pain in the butt. But yeah, that is the air intake manifold. I got my throttle assembly right here. I gotta go pick up some cleaner to clean out my throttle assembly because it's a mess. Or my daughter's. This is her crap car. Her Kia car. And yeah, I just covered the intake, that thing. This looks like it's the fuel rail. It looks like these bolts come out, because nobody had videos for this particular. They were like, oh yeah, this is good between the 2012 and 2020. I find that to be a bunch of BS, because nobody else had to take their air intake manifold off to get to this stupid thing. I don't know what to expect once I pull this out, how much fuel is going to dump out of here, because I've seen other videos where they're talking about release the pressure or dump out some of the full fuel or run it until it's empty, yada yada yada. Well, I don't know how to run an engine if I take the whole entire air intake manifold off and I'm unplugging all kinds of, like, all of this in order to get to that. I suppose I could have done that before I did this. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a single mom of 4 trying to figure out how to save some money. So basically, I'm gonna lay some shit down here and just let the fuel run it. I don't know. I'll let y'all know how it comes out. But I did want to show y'all where this is. From the other videos, it looks like you're gonna take your bolts off. There's about 4 bolts here. You're gonna unplug all your fuel injectors. I think from a different video, I believe this is the sensor, the fuel pressure sensor, whatever, because somebody else mentioned that if you take the alternator off, you can get to this. Well, if you're already in this, I wonder if the thing was easier to take off. But oh, I got time to run to the post office. They left it at the post office, so I actually did order this piece. I ordered this piece. I ordered fuel injectors. We already replaced the high pressure fuel pump and the low pressure fuel pump, which is in there. I've done the PCV valve. This is a new PCV valve. And the original code was low fuel rail pressure, and the second code that we got after we replaced the pumps was a rich bank 1, fuel rich bank 1. If I remember, I'll post those codes in the description below. So yeah, I'm gonna get me a huge thing, cover everything up to collect anything that may or that will come out of here, and then yeah, I'll show you guys what I have here in a moment. All right, so I got this all lined off, and I pulled out these 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am currently working on trying to get these cables disconnected. You have 1, 2, there's 3, and there's 4 over there. It's down there. I believe this is the sensor I was telling you guys about. I don't know why this is right here. That doesn't look very technical, OEM kind of whatever. Don't do this one down here. That is your Knox sensor, in case you didn't know that. And so right now, after I took those bolts out, this doesn't feel very loose. I don't know if I need to disengage this or something up here. Let's see. Let me see. This is the high pressure fuel pump right here. I changed this one out already. And a little bit of fuel came out of here. So maybe I need to take this off in order to get, because this is not budging at all after taking 4 bolts out. So I guess I could disconnect it from up here and see what happens. I don't know. Let me go watch some videos, because now I'm combining stuff, because nobody has, none of the videos I've watched have shown this down here. So let me do some research. Okay, so I finally got this one off, and basically I just kind of had to take a small, tiny, and be careful because I already cracked mine. So that's just fantastic, but take a small, tiny flathead and stick it under here, and kind of, you'll see this little knob right here. When you press down, here, hold that. Thank you. So when you press down on this piece, and it's not lifting, I just had to go in there and just lift this up over this little knob right here, and then pull this off, and this comes off. So we got that. I don't know, the zip tie was just holding this cable to this part. I don't know if they're supposed to do that or whatnot, I don't know. But we're gonna shove this out of the way, and we're still working on these other 4 connectors, and just pull this up some more. I think you just need a lot of muscle just to pull that out, so we'll find out here shortly. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I used a 19 mil wrench right here. You're gonna get a little bit of pressure release. I didn't get too much leakage, honestly, not too much splatter. I got a little bit over here, sorry, I just totally forgot. So make sure you just cover everything. This one was the one on the way at the end was a little tougher to take out, but not too bad, because it came all the way completely out of the socket. These other ones are still stuck in this thing. So with that being out like this, hopefully it makes these coming off a lot more easier. And of course they look like crap. Yes. So I know that some people have like cleaning videos. I don't know if you can just clean them and stick them back in and they're good to go, or if you can clean them and stick them back in and just use it temporarily, or if you have to replace them. I don't know all that. I probably should have asked something before I got this to this point and already bought the fuel injectors, but I don't know. They're already here. I'm about to swap them out, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let me at least get one of these off, because I want to see how you get it back into this. It looks like a little, I don't know if it's attached to a bracket or no, but let me see inside. Here we go. Okay, looks pretty self-explanatory. Since I need both my hands, I will be back. All right, I told y'all we were gonna be learning this together. So basically, slide this yellow piece down. If it's tough for you, because my fingers are about tore up right about now, I just use the tip of this to kind of help push it. Always be careful with your connectors, because you know that's a whole nother crap show you just don't want to get into. And I can't get this off with just one hand. So finagle around some more. I'll be back. Okay, once you get this yellow piece slid down, it should act like one piece with the tip of this black piece right here. If you just press this in and keep, you're gonna have to finagle with it. These things are not easy. I freaking hate connectors. You should be able to wiggle and get that off. And then I saw this somewhere in somebody's video. Unfortunately, I can't tag them in it because I can't remember who I saw it from. But I guess this piece, it just came off of, where's my old one? Just came off this old one, so I kind of just hooked my thumbs. Sorry for the bad camera angles. I would just pretend my other thumb is there and just kind of press this off. And then I guess it's supposed to go around the new one. I just forgot which way it was pointing, so I have to pull out another one so I can figure that out. And I guess this goes on the new one. And then voila. I think it's supposed to aim that way. And then I'll connect it back up and stick it down somewhere. And here's something interesting, because I just tried to pull this one out of here. This has got this little, looks like an O-ring thing here on that one. I don't see one on this one, but of course this one came out over here, so I don't know if it dropped down or if it's stuck in. I don't feel anything other than crud inside there. So I think I might be missing something. So check for those. I'm gonna have to go through all my blue towels. Here, if you can't tell, I work in surgery. It smells like gas in here. So I'm either gotta search around for something or I gotta go buy something. Oh, wait, found it. Yes. So apparently my new ones don't come with whatever this is. So I think I'm supposed to just clean it off and stick it on the new one, because the new one did not come with that. So I'm so glad I saw that. So there's two pieces. You want to take off the old one. And then the other thing I noticed was there's a little groove. I think I can see it. Like this side is flat and that side has a little groove. Pay attention to, let's see, if I pull this one straight off, well, I can tell right here this is the flat side, I believe. So it looks like the groove is going to go down on top of the new whatever this is. What are we doing? Spark plugs? This is not a spark plug. Fuel injector. Ooh, Lord. But yeah. Alrighty, we're coming along. And in all honesty, if you line this connector up correctly, you'll have less issues. Oh my goodness. One side is flat, one side is rounded. Just pay attention, apparently. Okay, I'm almost done, I think. Okay, I really wish I'd have kept track of better videos, because somebody used regular WD-40, just put a little bit on his fingertip and wrapped it around do I have an old one? Because I just stuck them in there. Give me 1 second. Oh great, I don't know where I put the old ones, but just the O-ring, just slid it across the O-ring around the injectors. For this one, I had to put the injector down in the hole and kind of face it where it's supposed to go, because you kind of want to angle it in, because this is in the way. And that's kind of how I had to take it out. So hopefully everything is good. I don't know. I told y'all I'm not a mechanic, just a single mom of 4 trying to save some money. And then watch out for this, because this will, this was essentially cock blocking me because it's such a stiff connector. So just watch out for that when you go to put it in, and just press down. I kind of just remember those clips keep you from, like, I guess pressing it all the way down in there. I don't know. But some more notes, you're gonna have to press this in a lot more harder than you think. Also, if you're having a tough time getting these in, kind of lift this up a little bit, like just tilt it a little bit, and then you should be able to get the screw in. And then I'm getting ready to put the other 3 in. Always with your fingers first and then your tool, because remember these were kind of tight. I don't have any torque specifications, which is probably going to bite me in the butt, but I just know it was pretty darn tight. And then also in a different video, somebody used like a pry bar to kind of get that out. So just kind of remember, if you had to use a pry bar or something to help get it out, that's about the same amount of force you're going to need to put it back in. All right, so just a reminder, these are 12 millimeters. This little butthole was 19 millimeter. Use an open-ended wrench for that. That's going to take you a minute. Have fun with that. Don't forget, this thing came off somewhere, I think on top of this. That's why I put it there, because I know I'll forget it. And then for these, I kind of tightened them down like you would a tire, so I went here, then here, then here, then here, kind of back and forth. And then I did that with my drill and then went back with the handheld. It's hot as hell out here. Okay, so I finally figured it out, y'all. What you're gonna do is pray and hope to God that this is not the issue, and just leave this here and plug it back in, because you already did the fuel injectors, and then you're gonna keep it moving. All right. Okay, you can do that, or you can go grab one of these. I went to Harbor Freight and they got a 3-pack size. This was the medium. Where's the other one? It's like, I don't know how to tell you what size it is, but it's a medium. It gives you plenty of room too. So just getting ready to take this off. Hopefully there's like no fuel in here. It shouldn't be. So there goes the old piece. Woohoo! All right, I am almost done. That was the last thing I wanted to do down here. All right, we got the new piece in. I don't know if this is upside down or not, but I mean, like, I don't know. I just tightened it down till I really couldn't, about the same what I loosened it up. But I feel like the button was on top before and now it's below. I don't care. As long as it's plugged in, it's tightened down enough. I truly don't care at this point. Don't forget this little rubber piece that goes here. I have to clean her carburetor, her throttle body out. Definitely put this back if you had to take that off to give yourself room to get that stupid, oh, I gotta put that back in, dagnabbit. I'm gonna clean this out and start putting stuff back. Okay, now I just have to put the screws in, reconnect the hoses and the connectors down there. I would almost suggest starting off with the bolt that comes through the bottom, because that's going to be your biggest pain in the butt. Just because it's kind of a blind feel. You gotta, well, if you took it out, you know what I'm talking about. I had to do some tugging on this connector here because I couldn't figure out how to get this plastic piece out of here just to move this completely. If you can figure that out, move this completely up and out of the way, that would help you out immensely. Because I most of the fighting I did was with this and catching and stuff. So, all right. All right, turn it off, turn it back on. Okay, give it a second. Woo. All right, go ahead and turn it back on. How does that feel? Does it start up a little bit easier? You what? What's the thing?
Accelerated a little bit, but I didn't touch the gas. Try good?
I can hear it doing something funny. Hold on.
Seemed like the spark plug or something.
Go ahead and do it again.
Give it a second or just go.
Give it a second. Okay, go ahead and start up again. Does that sound like it started up smoother? All right. You want to go take it around the block? All right.